Uji Obigelani de say Joe Gelani. Say Joe Gelani. Ya Joe Bigel. Uji Obigela Nide. Ya Joe Gela Nia. Very, very painful experience. Welcome, guys. Bofrot is bay and Kelawela is boo. When someone lends you money, it comes from an emergency fund or savings or hard-earned money. Whether it was a small amount or it was a big amount, they trusted you enough to give you that money. Please keep that in mind and do not be letting people chase for their own money that they borrowed you. That being said, welcome to the Kelawele App podcast, where lived experiences become conversations. We debate and share opinions here, and just like your favorite food vendor, we aspire to just bring you the best experience. Yeah.
Hello, love. How are you?
I am your Kelawele Eileen with the E. Yeah. This episode is brought to us by Osuari Kitchen. Yes, South London, lovely African cuisine that she sells. So hit her up. Details are on the screen. Anything that you want African food, hit her up. You see, that behavior of making people chase you for money they borrowed you, we have to quit that behavior in 2026. 2026, it shouldn't be like that, because what goes around comes around. And I don't know if you noticed, people that like to borrow other people's money always have juicy stories that they are going to tell. And apart from that, they have this, I don't know if it's only me that has noticed, but some of them have this behavior that they try and play smart with their money. They're either always broke or like they be able or some style be their home have like they're always in a tight position, so they want you to understand them, or they're always smart with their money in such a way that they are never the lender. They are never someone you can reach out to ask for a favor, because they be on wire shit. They are always hot. I don't know if you've noticed that behavior. And then if somebody else is owing them, hey, I don't want to lose my steez and composure, guys. If somebody else is owing them, you see that guy in the Bible who was owing the king more, but he went to hold somebody's neck for owing him less. Yes, that story is not just the Bible story, it's real life. People are like that in real life. So y'all be safe out there with your money. And it even brings me to a personal experience that I had, yeah. Back in 2022, I don't think it was 2021, because I moved from Uponglo to Atomic somewhere 2022. So yeah, somewhere 2022, I was in the hostel, school hostel in uni. And this lovely girl, I'm not going to mention her name, very, very lovely girl, you know. Sometimes she talks about how she uses only shower gel to bath because of her skin. So me, I figured she was DB. Because sometimes how she speaks will just make you feel like, oh, okay, Sika will feel like she's that girl. So I was minding my business in my hostel, and then she came to me. She came to show me a few messages that she's expecting some money, but it's not yet in. And her baby brother, she has ordered a cake. They brought the cake. They have to pay for delivery or something like that. So she needed 100 cedis. Mind you, guys, I had 120 cedis in my Momo. That was my last money. That was my last money for the week before I'll get any other money from my dad or my mom. And she was like, oh, she was going to pay me back that evening. She showed me messages that, she's expecting money. She's in this Susu group. And she told me, I was like, okay. Let me trust that she'll pay me the money. And I sent it to her, 100 cedis. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kiddibobs and kiddibaps, kings and queens, I'm yet to receive the money. Oh yeah, I'm still yet to receive the money. I'm still yet to receive the money. I remember that whole week. To be honest, what saved me that week was we had online class, because it was after COVID, so there was a lot of online classes, and it was convenient at the time. So What saved me was online class, or else guys, Imauko's voice. Hey, I don't know what would have happened. How I was going to go to class. I called this girl, texted her, even almost threatening her that, hey, is that how you? Guess what? She moved out of that house. I don't think it was because of me she moved out though, but I never saw her coming. Like, her room is just opposite where my room was. I will always be waiting to see. Before I realized, I went to ask her roommate. She said, has moved out. I say, wow. Wow.
It is not wild. Do your findings.
Then that was when I put my coat of many wickedness on. Yes, because you cannot come and be playing me for idiot. What I don't like about people who borrow money is they make it look like they are the only people in a tight situation. What makes you think that me that I'm coming to borrow you that money, or me that you think I can give you that money, I'm not in a tight corner? No, guys, I want to know, what makes you think so? That me, dear, everything is going on well for me. Oh my God. Like, that's one behavior I don't like about people who, especially the habitual ones, those that make it look like they're the only people in the world that have problems. What makes you think that me that you're coming to ask me, I also don't have problem? Maybe my problem might not be financial, but what makes you think? I just want to know, what makes you think I don't have problems? Or what makes you think the person you're going to ask for money doesn't have problems? That victim behavior and come and be giving some sob story. Like, some people genuinely have problems, and I like, if I had money, I would help, or if anyone else had that money, they would want to help. But you know, there's a story somebody will tell you, or like there's a way somebody will come and ask you for something that just makes you feel like, girl, hello, do you know I'm also going to? Do you know? But anyway, they said every man for himself, God for us all. So in 2026 and the coming years, please, everybody should have emergency fund. If it is £1 you put down, $1 you put down, one CD you put down, please, let's have an emergency fund. So that when you are going to borrow money from someone, you say, oh, I need so amount of money. This is what I have. What can you add? I feel like when you put it that way, it's more, convincing. I don't know. If someone says, oh, I need okay, this is what I'm going through. I have this amount. If you can add a little to it, da 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 da. That one makes more sense to me. I don't know if you guys agree. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. What do you think? Am I being too much? Has wickedness covered me like a shield? Like, I just want to know what you guys think. Am I doing too much? Am I right? Like, hello. A lot of people have stopped believing in what goes around comes around. But me, I still believe that what goes around comes around. Treat people the way you want to be treated. A lot of people have stopped believing in that due to one or two things that have happened to them. Me personally, what I can say is, when I do something nice for someone, 75 to like 80% of the time, they don't do it back to me, but I get random strangers doing nice things for me, and I feel like that is me to my comeback. You get? So I feel like sometimes it's not always when you do something good to someone, that same person will be the what's the word? The vessel that your blessing is going to come from. Because like, I was just doing like a self audit, like there's this thing that I do, life audit, and then I was like, oh, sometimes you do something nice for somebody, you don't really get that same energy from them. But if you think about it, sometimes some random strangers or people you don't even expect, maybe they are your friends, but you guys are not really close like that. Like, a distant friend or like just a classmate or something, and they do something really nice for you, they really outdo themselves and do something nice for you or help you or refer you to someone or give you this big opportunity. I feel like sometimes too, that's where it comes from, not directly the people that you help. So I still do believe that when you are doing something, you ask yourself, if it was me, would I want someone to do the same thing to me? So if I was going to steal, I'll say, if I was in their shoes, would I want someone to steal from me? If you are taking somebody's girlfriend, put yourself in their shoes. That if it was me, would I want somebody to steal my girlfriend? And I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, sometimes when you do good things, good things happen to bad people, and then yes, good things happen to bad people, and then bad things happen to good people. That one there is life. What can you do? It's it's life. But I feel like in every situation, everything is working together for our good. Look, in the long run, you will realize that that bad thing that happened to a good person, in the long run, something good would happen to them that would, compensate for whatever bad thing that has happened. So I feel like in life, dear, bad things happen. It doesn't mean that you have to stop being, a generous person or something. It becomes hard though. It becomes hard because when you get duped by people and then, people keep doing bad things to you and you feel like, oh, what's the point? I feel like if you really sit down and analyze, you realize that random strangers or people you least expected really came through for you. And the only way you're going to notice that is if you are just sit down quietly and then with the heart of gratitude, just start auditing, you would realize, you will realize. Can I get amen? Yeah. And another thing about what goes around comes around is when people do something to offend you and then they feel like, oh, maybe so and so happening. That is why they feel like in that moment, whatever they are doing to you is right. And when the tables turn, they want you to have some kind of mercy be for them. Like we take, for instance, this thing that Scanty has been saying. The dance of a madman is funny until it's your loved one or your family member. And if you see a madman dancing and you don't know the person and then it looks funny, obviously you would laugh. But if it was your sister or your best friend or your husband, look, it's I don't know, unless you're not human, it's never going to be funny. A situation that I had been through, right? One useless job that I did as some side chick here. We lazy, we don't judge. And at the time, it was like more of a friends with benefits, da 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 da. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just living my life. And at the time, I didn't have no purpose, no nothing. I was just there. And then I was like, at the end of the day, I don't care because it's not even like I know your girlfriend or anything. Like it's not that deep. And then when I started, tracing my steps back and realizing that I think when I was going through the whole repentance, and then I was like, okay, this is wrong. And then things ended. And then I was in a situation where a friend of mine was dating someone who had already approached me. He was still into me. By then, me and my friend, we don't really talk that much. So I didn't really know what was going on in their relationship. So later, when things ended, and then we were talking about relationships, and then we spoke about her relationship and the dynamics of the relationship, how he was still into me and he was expecting her to be like me. I don't know if you get what I mean. This happened to my friend, and I don't know, I just kept blaming myself because of how when she told me everything that happened, I was like, oh, made me remember when I was a side chick, and I was like, okay, so when you're in a situation where you're doing something wrong and it doesn't necessarily affect you, you think it's okay. You think, oh, it doesn't really affect me, so it's okay. But then when the tables turn, and then now you are in a situation where your actions affect somebody you love, and you're like, oh, okay, so that's how the other person might have felt. And I feel like you don't necessarily need to be in somebody's shoes. Like, you don't have to wait for something bad to happen to you, or something bad to happen to you before you realize that, oh, this nasty thing that you did to someone else was not nice. I feel like to prevent that from happening. So because of that, now every time I'm doing something, I always think, if I was in this person's shoes, or if this was done to me, how would I feel? Because I've lived it before. It's not something that I'm just saying out of the mouth. I've lived it before, and even now remembering it, I still feel like, what goes around comes around. Honestly, we all can't be perfect. That one day, but you shouldn't be intentionally imperfect. You know, some people will be like, "Oh, we are not perfect," and then you are deliberately doing what is wrong. That one is bombo clock. I'm sorry, but that doesn't make sense at all. I don't steal from somebody and then say, "Oh, it's okay. I needed the money, or I needed this thing," and they were not using it for anything better. And then when somebody steals my money, that's when I realize that, oh, me stealing from that person is wrong, because when they stole from me, it was painful. So yeah, that was a little vulnerable moment there. But I just feel like I don't want to come off as I'm just saying things into the air. Something I can relate to. It's not like, oh, I just woke up and I took camera to just say something. I'm just saying that what goes around comes around. When you are doing something, think before you act. That, oh, if this person was my sister, if this person was my brother, would I do these things? And boys are fond of doing that thing, that they wait. If it is another girl, they'll do her anyhow. But if it is your sister, you're protecting your sister. No, they'll also hurt your sister like that. They'll hurt your daughter like that. And it's not like I'm cursing anybody, but it is the circle of life. It will happen. Maybe you might not find out, or you will find out later, but it will happen. Because the guy is not your boyfriend, you are just bullying him anyhow, doing him anyhow. You too. It will happen to your son. You too, one day somebody will do you anyhow. So what goes around comes around. Don't stop believing that what goes around will definitely come around. And that's on period. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have any contributions, let me know. If there's something I did not say, if there's something you want to add as well, let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to post a Radin Yankopon. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Comment, guys. We are family. Don't forget to subscribe and like, share to your loved ones, to somebody who you think this might help. And we're signing out. Uji a big girl on it, Uji a big girl on it, said you girl on it, said you girl on it, Uji a big girl on it, Uji a big girl on it, said you girl on it, said you girl on it. Oh my God.